Hi there, welcome to Innergy. We are going to give you a quick 25 to 30 minute bar class you can do from the comfort of your own home or wherever you might be. For today's class, you might need some small handheld weights. We recommend 1 to 3 pound weights. Or if you're at home, you could fill some water bottles up or maybe use soup cans if that works best for you. Or you can do the entire workout without any weights at all. So we'll go ahead and get started. Rooting down through your feet, maybe pick your feet up and then place them back down onto the ground or onto your mat. Put a soft bend into your knees. Bring your thumbs to your ribs, your middle or ring finger onto your hips, and give me just a little crunch at the front side of the body. And then re-lengthen up through the crown of the head. So what we're doing here is creating a nice long stacked spine. So we always work from this stacked spine position in bar, no matter what exercise we're doing. So keeping everything connected here, take an inhale and reach your arms up overhead as you look up at your hands. Exhale your hands down, take your chin towards your chest. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, gazing up at the hands. Exhale, hands down, chin to chest. Inhale, reach those arms up nice and big. Last time. Exhale the palms away as you make your way all the way down into a fold. Bend your knees as much as is comfortable. You could bend your knees so much here that your rib cage even kind of connects to your thighs as you kind of drape over your legs. Release your head and neck, release your arms. Shake your head yes and no, letting go of any stress, any tension that you might be holding. Shaking your head yes one more time, just saying yes to this time that you're taking out of your day to focus on you, your body, your health, and all of your strength. Put a big bend into your knees and slowly roll up to standing vertebrae by vertebrae at the very top. Bring the shoulders to the ears and then relax them down your back. Do that just a few more times. Inhale those shoulders up and exhale to release them down. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, release them down. Nice, once more. Exhale those shoulders back down behind you. Step your feet a little bit wider into our sumo squat position. So about as wide as the shoulders, heels in, toes out. We'll sink it down just a little bit. Hands onto the thighs for some sumo cat-cows. Take an inhale, drop your chest down, and then pull it through your shoulders. Exhale, reverse that as you round your spine. Inhale, pull your chest through your shoulders. Exhale, reverse and round. Take 1 or 2 more at the rate of your own breath, inhaling to pull through, exhaling to press and round. Inhale, pull your chest through your shoulders. Last time, exhale, press and round all the way up to stand. Drawing those shoulders up once more towards your ears and then relaxing them down your back. Draw your hands to your heart or on your hips. We're going to start with just some sumo squats here today. We'll drop it down, lift up, down, lift up. Good, so moving at a pace that works for you. So if it's with my cues, great. If it's not, don't worry about it. This time is for you. Remember, you can always pause. You can always pause this video and take things at your own pace. Also, I'm going to be giving you plenty of modifications today, but if there's something that's not serving you, doesn't feel good, feel free to modify however you need to. Good, we're going to add on our first layer here. That's an option to modify. So if the layers don't work for you, you just leave them off. Drop down, lift up, drop down, lift up. First layer, as you come to stand, low 10, whatever it is that might be behind you. Reaching through the fingers, standing up nice and tall. Bring your awareness back to our very first cues. Feet down into the ground. Ribs and hips connected. Crown of the head reaching up. So our entire body is kind of joining in on the fun here in this warm-up. Keep breathing down, up. Next layer, we're gonna add some slides in 3, 2, 1, step together. Down to sumo, step to the other side. Down, together, down, other side. Nice, moving back and forth. Or if these don't work for you, feel free to just stay with those sumo squats. If you're on a surface where you can actually slide your foot across, feel free to do that. It's going to engage your inner thighs a little bit more. If you're on a mat so it's kind of sticky, don't worry about it. Keep working. Left. Good. 3, 2, 1. Pause here. Knee lifts. Lift those knees directly in front of the hips. Allow your foot to be a little bit in front of your knee. That's going to engage your core a little bit more. Remember, ribs to hips. Crown of the head up. Option to reach the arms up. Option to pull down on the hands as you lift a knee. Keep going. You got it. Perfect. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Find your balance, hands to heart. Option to step this right foot back into a crescent lunge. Stay right here. Bend the back knee. Hands can be at the heart, or we reach those arms up overhead. You can find as much extension through that back leg as feels good to your quads, your hip, your glutes. Take an inhale. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Front foot intersects the back foot at the arch or the heel for our warrior 2. Gaze out in front of that middle finger. We're going to add a little bit of lateral flexion in here, so stretching into the sides. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, tip it down. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, exalt. Good. Inhale, center. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe you reach that top arm up and over, but you don't have to. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, exalt. A little quicker. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, center. Exhale, exalt. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, center. Exhale, exalt. One more. Good. Keep breathing. Stay connected to your breath. Perfect. Inhale, back to center. Drop that back arm down. Spin onto the ball of the back foot. Inhale the arms up for your crescent lunge. Step to the top, feet together, hands to heart. Rotate back to face me, back to your sumo squat. We're going to do the same thing over again. Drop it down, lift up, down, lift up. We're going to add those layers on a little bit quicker here. Press down into your feet, ribs to hips, and squeeze your glutes just lightly at the top. Option low tens to whatever is behind you as you come to stand. Good. In 3, 2, 1, we add those sides. Perfect. To the side, down, and to the other side. You got it. Sliding that foot across the ground or stepping your feet together. Squeeze your inner thighs, no matter what option you're taking. Keep working here. Low tens, back behind you. 3, 2, 1. Here, high knees. Perfect. You got it. You know the drill here on this side. Foot in front of the knee lifting right in front of the hip. Option, reach the arms up. Option, pull down on the arms. A new option here, as you pull the elbows down and draw the knee up, add a little bit of a twist. Warming up all parts, all directions, all sides of our torso, of our spine. We got 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. Ooh, a little harder when you're twisted. Draw your hands to your heart. Hold here, breathe, focus. Step it back, crescent lunge. Inhale those arms up. Beautiful. Hands can always stay at your heart if you need. Take an inhale. Exhale, open up, warrior 2, other side. Perfect. Set up your feet, set your legs up. Draw your feet towards one another to engage the inner thighs. Inhale, reach forward. Find that extended side angle. Take a moment. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tip it back. Perfect. Then we'll work at that 2 count. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, center. Exhale, exalt. Inhale, center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, center. Exhale, exalt. Keep going at the rate of your own breath, at the cadence of your own breath. Stay connected. Try as best as you can to marry your breath and your movement all throughout our practice this morning. Good. Last one. Tip it back, exalt. Inhale back to center. Drop that back arm. Rotate onto the ball of your back foot. Widen your stance should you need to. Inhale those arms up. Now we're going to exhale them all the way down to the ground. We're going to end our warm-up today in a plank pose on our hands. Feel free to drop the knees down. Still keeping a nice long line. If you're on your knees, from your knees through the crown of your head. Push the ground away from you nice and strong. Draw the heels of your hands towards your knees or towards your toes if your knees are lifted. Reach the crown of your head forward. Draw your thumbs towards one another like you are trying to touch your thumbs together, but obviously the ground is in the way. Push the ground away from you. Lift your kneecaps towards your hips. If your knees are lifted, breathe here. You're so strong. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Inhale, nose. Last one. Exhale, release the knees, child's pose. Stay here, breathe, notice your low back, notice your hips. When you're ready, lift the hips, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Just stretch those legs out a little bit more. Whew. Releasing the head, the neck, everything. When you're ready, travel your feet towards your hands to make your way back into another forward fold. And just notice if this forward fold maybe feels a little bit different than the first one. Put a big bend into your knees, roll up to standing, nice and tall. Awesome, we're gonna move right into leg work today. So we're gonna do about 2 minutes on each leg, and then we'll get into combo work, hit the glutes, core, and we'll get some stretching at the end. So go ahead and start on your right leg. So right leg forward, we're gonna go to what we call a carousel horse or a 90-90 degree lunge, okay? Right leg forward, your feet can be as wide on your mat or in your space as you need. And we want your left knee under your left hip. So I'm still trying to create this nice stacked line through my spine. Lengthen the tailbone, pressing down into my feet. I'm gonna bring my hands to my heart, but you can always have your hands on your hips. Feel free to take breaks whenever you need to, because things start to get a little bit crampy, like my legs are already starting to shake. That's okay. Our muscles are working. That's what we're here to do today, right? We're gonna start with full range of motion. We're gonna come up, and we're gonna drop it down. Come up, and drop it down. And now our full ranges of motion might look a little different from person to person, from me to you, from you to whoever you're doing this bar class with today. But we're moving all the way up and all the way down. Now the next time you get to the bottom, I want you to hold it here. Really draw back on that right heel, like you're trying to scrape that foot back behind you. Hands to the heart. We're gonna move a little bit smaller and a little bit slower. We're gonna come up for 2, down for 2. Up for 2, down for 2. Nice job. Keep working. Like I said, things get really crampy. You're working your muscles so hard. So try to stay with it. But if you need to stand up, take a break. We stand up, we take a break, and we get right back to it. Up 2, down 2. Nice, slow, and controlled. You're doing a great job. Keep it going. Like I said, not very long on both sides today. Keep breathing. Stay connected, stay here, stay present, stay in your strength. The next time you reach the bottom, I want you to hold. Option here, keep the hold or add tiny pulses. Up, 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 up. Think about moving just an inch. Up, up, nice. Draw that right heel like it's moving back behind you. Woo, my legs are burning from the class we did yesterday already. Keep pulling that right heel back behind you. Keep rooting down into the ground, ribs to hips, crown of the head up. Nice, pulse, pulse, pulse. Option, stay right here. Option to sink it down a little bit lower. Maybe you lift that front heel. Great, you got it. Breathe here, holding for 10. Maybe reach those arms out in front of you. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, release that heel, come to stand. Nice job, other side. Oh my goodness, let's hope my other leg is a little bit more energetic today. Left leg forward, right leg steps back. Bend into that back knee, send your knee below your hip. You want your hips right below your shoulders. It does help to have a mirror around so you can see, or simply just look down at your feet and your legs will do the same exact thing. So remember, hands to hearts or hips. Let's go big range of motion all the way up, all the way down, all the way up, all the way down, and we never lose the connection to our posture, to those cues we heard in the very beginning of class. Feet rooted down into the ground. Lengthen the tailbone, ribs to hips, crown of the head up. You're so strong. You're working so hard here today. So good for you to get your heart rate up, to work those muscles, to breathe, to stay connected to all of your strength. Good, let's do 3, 2, 1, meet me at the bottom, let's hold. Why not, right? We're gonna make it smaller. We're gonna make it slower. Up for 2, down for 2. Up for 2, down for 2. Instantly starts to burn more into that front quad for me. But what I want you to do is turn your awareness to that front leg, your left leg. Draw back on that heel. I want you to engage that left hamstring, the back side of your left leg, and your left glute. So pull back on that leg as you lift for 2 and lower for 2. Lift, 2, lower, 2. Keep going. Take those breaks. Shake it out whenever you need. In a bar class, breaks are not a sign of weakness. Woo! At least that's what I tell myself all the time. They're a sign of strength, right? You're working your muscles properly. You're really targeting what we're going for here, and you're giving it all you've got. That's why you've got to take breaks. Find those little pockets of shaking. Find those little pockets of burn, and we try as best we can to learn to work through them. Meet me at the bottom next time here, guys. Pull that front heel back, ribs to hips, stay connected. Lift up, 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 up. Nice job. Hands to the hearts or hips. Nice. Keep moving. Just a tiny little inch. Imagine that inch on a ruler. It's so small. Woo, but right now it's so effective. Keep going, keep going. You can do this. Lift, lift. Give me 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo. Hold it down at the bottom. Option to stay right here. Final hold. Option to lift that front heel off the ground. Stay here and breathe. Hold for 8. Maybe your hands reach out in front. 7, 6, 5, 4. Find those shakes. 3, 2, 1. Lower that front heel. Oh, step up, shake those legs out just a little bit. Now we're going to move into some combo work. So we're going to get started by engaging our upper body just a little bit. Let's head down to our mats for just a few push-ups. All right, so we're going to do some wide arm push-ups today. So taking your hand as wide as your mat or about as wide as your shoulders if you're not on a mat. Find that same length in the tailbone, navel in towards your spine. Reach the crown of your head forward. We're going to move nice and slow, just like we have been doing all class. Drop down for 2, push up for 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Good. Keep working. Don't worry about how low you're going. I want you to do your best today. I want you to feel good. I want you to feel strong all throughout your practice. Keep working. Just a few more. Good, there's 3. Perfect, push up 2. You can always do these from your toes if you'd like as well. 1, hold up here at the top. Drop down to your low point. Hold it there. Draw your shoulders away from your ears just slightly. Now let's pulse. For 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push back, child's pose. Perfect, breathe here. When you're ready, begin to make your way to standing. Grab those weights, water bottles, soup cans, whatever you need to use here, or do the whole thing without weights. All right, so for today's combo work, it's going to be a quick series beginning in a sumo squat. So step your feet back out into that sumo squat position, about as wide as your shoulders, heels in, toes out. I want you to put a soft bend into your knees, and we're first just going to start with curls. So even if you don't have weight, that's perfectly fine. We still have resistance. If we move our arms nice and slow, we're controlled, and we connect our mind to what we're doing. So at the very top of your curl, I really want you to squeeze, and at the bottom, I want you to reach to the pinkies to engage the triceps. So think biceps, triceps, biceps, triceps. Now, we're going to add in our sumo squat. So as you can imagine, as we reach our arms down, we're going to squat. As we curl our arms up, we're going to stand. Down, up, down, up. Good. Keep working right here. Now, as we continue to move, there's a lot going on. It's very easy to forget about those very first postural alignment points that we mentioned at the beginning of class. Bring your mind back to the bottoms of your feet. Connect them to the ground. As you come to stand, squeeze your feet towards one another. Engage your inner thighs and your glutes. Keep your ribs and your hips pulling towards one another. Reach the crown of your head up, nice and tall towards the ceiling. Squeeze your arms at the top. Reach down at the bottom. Now, next time you come to the bottom, meet me there. We're going to move a little slower. Up, 2, down, 2. Up, 2, down, 2. Nice. I want you to move at a pace that works for you. But just know, we're moving slow, we're moving controlled. So we can think through every little bit. Think about every muscle that's working here. Your hamstrings, your quads, your glutes, your core, your triceps, your biceps. Everything is involved here. Awesome. Keep going. Give me 3. Perfect. Slow and controlled. 2. Nice job. 1, meet me here at the bottom. Pull your elbows to like 90-degree bends. Lengthen down through your tailbone so you're nice and strong in this sumo squat. Remember, you can take breaks whenever you need. Can you bend your knees a little more? Maybe you stay here and hold. Maybe you pull your elbows in, in, in. So you're squeezing in between your shoulder blades. And that action draws your elbows in towards the sides of your body. A rhomboid squeeze. Keep going. In, in. Maybe as you squeeze, you pulse the legs just slightly up, up, up. Good. Lifting up just a little as we squeeze the elbows in. Find that burn. Find your hamstrings. Find your quads. Find the place where your hamstrings meet your glutes. Good. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze for 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Drop it down. Hold here. Bring those hands towards one another out in front. Final move of our combo work. We're going to just start with the arms to learn that move. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see. You're going to lift your arms up, up, hold here. Open, draw the elbows in and close. Up, up, open, draw the elbows in and close. So what it looks like from here, up, up, open, pull, in, close. Add the legs. Up, up, open, pull, in, close. Good. Keep working. Slow and controlled. Perfect. So as we lift, we work the chest, we work the biceps, pull, we work the back, we work the lats, we close. Awesome. So much going on here. Don't forget about the legs. They're nice and strong. Keep working with this move, nice and controlled. Simple, yet so effective. Remember, you can always release the weights when you need to. If the leg portion wasn't working for you, you could just keep working the arms, and vice versa. If the arm portion is a little too much, you could always ditch the arms and just keep working those sumo squats. Good. Let's do 3 more. We've still got a final hold. So here's 3. Perfect. Open, pull, pull, close. There's 2. Good. Open, pull, pull, close. Hold it here. Serve your weights up like a platter. Like, can someone else please hold these right now? Drop it down a little bit lower. Option, can you lift that right heel or left heel off the ground? Good. Option to stay here. Maybe you switch to the other side. Maybe you leave both heels down if that doesn't feel good to you. Perfect. Both heels down to the ground. Sink it down a little lower. Hold it here. Hold that imaginary beach ball that we all wish we were holding right now out in front of you. Can you bend the knees a little more? This is our final hold. This is it. You've got this. Find a little bit of combo work. Option to stay right here. Can you lift both heels off the ground? Drop it down. Find those shakes. Find those quakes. Find those challenge points. Holding for 10. Come on, 9. 8, you've got it. 7. 6, a little bit more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the heels, come to stand. Nice job. We'll take our weights off to this side. We're going to meet down on our mat in a forearm plank. So meeting down here in our forearm plank, remember you can always modify a plank by going down onto the knees. If you feel comfortable, tuck the toes under and then lift those knees up off the ground. We won't be here very long. We're just making sure our core is still involved and engaged here as we move into our seat work. Find length in your tailbone. Push the ground away from you. Ribs to hips. Crown of the head reaches forward. So all the same cues all throughout our practice. Such awesome postural alignment, and then we're working from there to build and stay connected to all of the strength that we have in our body. Stay right here if your knees are lifted. Draw your kneecaps up towards your hips. Press down into your forearms nice and strong. Reach back through your heels. Reach forward through the crown of your head. If your knees are down on the ground, I want you to think about drawing your elbows and your knees a little closer together. Really find that activation through the front side body. Find those little shakes, those little quakes. Learn to enjoy them. Take one more inhale right here. Exhale, slowly lower the hips down. Find a little lazy sphinx pose to stretch out through the front side of the body. Little decompression to the low spine as well. Should feel nice and yummy to your low back. Slowly lower yourself down. And then we're just going to make our way over onto our backs. All right, moving into some of our seat work, and then moving into core. Both of them are very simple and some of my favorites. So we're just going to lay ourselves back, and we're going to do our glute work today in a glute bridge. So lightly graze your heels with your fingertips, just for spacing's sake, and allow your feet to be as wide as your hips. I want you to go ahead and just start by lifting your hips up and then taking them all the way down. So kind of just get into a rhythm, maybe inhaling to lift your hips up and exhaling to lower your hips down. Keep pressing your hands down into the ground just to keep your entire body engaged and connected to the work that you're doing. And now I want you to bring your awareness back to our postural cues. Press down into your feet. Everything applies here still. Lengthen your tailbone, ribs to hips, and the crown of your head is now reaching kind of back behind you, right? Up and back still behind you. So as you kind of add in those little postural cues, those little rechecks, as I like to say, you might notice that it maybe limits your range of motion a little bit. That's okay. Now I'm going to add layers on here too. Feel free to take what works for you. Leave what doesn't, just like the rest of our class. I want you to stop allowing your hips to touch the ground. So we're just going to hover lightly before our hips touch the ground and then head back up towards the ceiling. Keep that length in your tailbone. Press down into your feet. I'm definitely already starting to feel it in the space where my legs meet my bum. That lovely little area. Keep pressing down into your feet. Stay connected to your breath. And now we're going to move a little bit slower. Meet me at the top and hold here. Press down into your feet. Pull your heels like you're trying to kick yourself in the bum, but obviously the ground is in the way. But find your hamstrings by thinking about that activation. We're going to lower down for 2, just to hover, up for 2. Down, 2, up, 2. Nice job. Keep working here. Slow and controlled. And just like the rest of our class, remember you have to take breaks. We're looking for quality repetitions over the amount or number that you're getting. So we want to make sure that our work is strong, it's stable, everything is aligned, and we're really trying to connect our breath to it. So keep inhaling as you lift and exhaling as you lower, just to hover, unless you need that break. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. You're so strong. That's what your bum is feeling right now. It's feeling how strong it is. Next time you come to the top, let's hold it here so I can make it even more fun. Press down into your feet, ribs to hips. Find length in your tailbone. You're going to lower down an inch, up an inch, down an inch, up an inch, down, up, down, up. Nice job. There comes a point at this time, usually in bar, where I can't really even tell if I'm moving, but it sure feels like it, so I just keep going. Stay connected to your breath. Breathe. You've done a great job in today's practice. Why not do the same thing all the way through? Let's go 8 more here. 7. Perfect. 6. Awesome. 5. You got it. Keep lifting. 4. 3. 2. 1, meet me at the top and hold. You're not done yet. You've got this. We're going to pulse up, up, just for 8. Good. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it here. You know we have that final hold. I know you can do it. Stay right here. If you'd like, lift your toes and the balls of your feet off the ground, holding for 10. Pull your belly button in, ribs to hips. 9, 8, push down into your hands. 7, 6, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. 5, 4, 3, 2, take a big inhale, and exhale, slowly lower down, hug your knees to your chest. Woo! Great job, what a burner. Last little bit of work here for today. We're gonna do some of my favorite core work in reverse core, reverse tabletop. So I want you to bring, actually let's start from the very bottom. I want you to notice the length of your tailbone, what finding that length in your tailbone does to your low back. more than likely it connects your low back completely down to the ground. So I have a ton of options and modifications here. So please feel free to choose what works for you with this one and whatever allows your back to feel good and to feel strong while you're working through this. We're going to start in a reverse tabletop. So imagine we're doing a tabletop on the ceiling, right? But your hands can be down onto the ground. Pressing our low back down into the ground. Knees are directly above the hips. Toes pull lightly towards the face to keep the front line or the front side of your legs involved. From here, we're going to move our left knee away from us for 2 and draw it back for 2. Now we're going to go to the right for 2 and in for 2. So notice my knees are bent at 90 degrees. My legs don't straighten. I'm working from my hip. My ribs and hips are still pulled towards one another, which is pressing my low back down into the ground. And then I move my knee away, but I don't straighten my leg. So I stay in that tabletop position, and I just work out from one hip to the next. Now keep working here. I want you to inhale as you take your leg away, and exhale as you draw it back in. So inhale, 2, exhale, 2. Inhale, 2, exhale, 2. Good, so if that's working for you, keep working. If you need to modify from there, same thing, bend the knees at 90 degrees, heels down to the ground, toes towards your face. I want you to pull up for 2 and lower for 2. Up for 2 and lower for 2. Okay, so that's a modification if that reverse tabletop is not working for you, if it doesn't feel good to your hips, if it doesn't feel good to your low back. This is a great place to be today. You can still add in all the other layers and options I'm going to give from this place. So we're still working back and forth, reaching one knee out in front of us and then drawing it back together. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling. Now, as you reach your arms straight up towards the ceiling, if this made your low back come up off the ground, just take your hands back down to the ground. None of these modifications make you any better, any worse than anybody else out there. We're just trying to be our best selves, not better or worse than anybody else. If your arms are reaching up to the ceiling, I have one last layer that you can add in. As you reach your left leg away from you, your right arm can reach back behind you. And then you draw everything back together on an exhale. Right leg away, left arm away. Exhale everything back together. Good, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale, inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Nice job. Keep working back and forth from side to side. Again, still taking breaks if and when you need to, and then getting right back to this super awesome, super fun work that we're doing here today. Keep going back and forth, 2, in, 2. Every exhale, navel to spine, and then not letting your knees come any closer towards your face than right above your hips. Let's go 3 more on each side. Good, exhale together. Awesome, exhale together, there's 3. Beautiful, keep working. Where you are is a great place to be. There's 2, 1 more each side. We got this. Perfect. Bring everything back together, but you know we're not done yet. We have that final hold. Reaffirm the connection of your back to the ground. Hands can be up towards the ceiling or pressing down into your mat. Can you move your knees a little bit away from your face? Like think less than an inch. If your hands are up towards the ceiling, can you take your hands maybe above your eyebrows? Can you move your knees a little bit more away from you? Woo, a hollow body hold here in our reverse tabletop. Can you move your hands so they're above your forehead? Keep pressing your back down onto the ground. We're going to hold for 8. Keep breathing. 7, 6, hold, hold, hold. 5, 4, push your back down. 3, inhale. 2, 1, knees to chest. Oh my gosh, nice job. We'll take a few stretches here. First, begin by just hugging the knees into the chest. You can rock from side to side. You could draw circles on the ceiling with the knees if you'd like. Maybe a few in one direction and a few in the other. We're going to keep our right knee pulled in towards our chest and release our left leg down. Sole of the left foot can be on your mat, or you can extend that left leg out in front of you if it feels good to your hips. Stay right here if you'd like, or take that right knee and cross it over the midline of your body to find a little twist. You don't have to go all the way down to the floor with that knee. It could barely cross the midline of the body, whatever feels good. Slowly draw that knee back in towards your chest. Plant the sole of your left foot on the ground and cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Stay right here for a reclining pigeon stretch or our figure 4 stretch, or if you have a deeper expression where you grab onto the back side of the left leg, feel free. Maybe you reach all the way through to grab onto the left shin. Stretching a little bit into the glutes, the outer part of our seat, our glute med, glute min. And still staying connected to our breath. Releasing whenever you'd like, drawing knees back into the chest. Keep the left knee in, release the right leg down. Sole of the foot to the ground, or the leg extends all the way out. Breathe here. Option to add in that little twist, taking that left knee across the body. Slowly bring yourself back to center, sole of the right foot on the ground, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Pressing out and away, maybe on that left inner thigh. Option to reach through if you have that deeper expression of that figure 4 reclining pigeon. Maybe you reach all the way through to grab the shin if it's available. Slowing your heart rate down. Staying connected to your breath. Still staying mentally present with the work that you're doing with this time that you're giving to yourself. Drawing your knees back and towards your chest. Instead of rocking side to side, we're going to start to rock and roll up and down our spine. We're going to make our way up into an easy cross-legged seat, just to make our way into a tabletop position. So you can roll over the knees or uncross the legs to get there, finding that tabletop for a few cat-cows. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to press and round. Inhale, lift and pull through. Exhale, press and round. Take another round or two. And then on an inhale, make your way back to a neutral spine. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet, bending the knees to find a fold, allowing everything to just relax over the lower body. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes one more time. To finishing this class connected to your strength and taking that out into the rest of your day. Putting a big bend into the knees and slowly rolling all the way up to stand. Drawing your shoulders up towards your ears and then releasing them down your back. Standing up nice and tall, we'll take a big inhale as we reach and look up towards our hands. Exhaling our hands down to our heart, just bowing to acknowledge all the work that we've just done. Bowing to acknowledge our bodies, our strength, and all of our possibilities. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed your class.